registered an outstanding 45, 21, and 7 records during the last 4 seasons, including a 21, 6, and 4 mark in home games. Each senior helped SPU earn ENAC tournament berths every year, and NCAA playoff appearances twice. Not only has this group performed well on the playing field, but they excelled in the classroom, as all 9 of them were named to the ENAC Academic All-Star Team. I will repeat that. All 9 of these SPU seniors this year earned a place on the ENAC Academic All-Star Team. And folks, all 9 seniors will start here today. We'd like to recognize our 9 seniors at this time. Our first women's soccer senior this year is defender Julia DeVere. Julia is majoring in psychology. She is tied for second on the team with 10 points on 3 goals and 4 assists. Julia was honored as the ENAC Defensive Player of the Week on September 9th. She was an honorable mention All-ENAC selection last year. Julia is accompanied today by her parents Kevin and Gail, her sister Andrea, her brother-in-law Adam, and her aunt Beth. Congratulations, Julia DeVere, on an outstanding career at SPU. Our second senior is midfielder Brooke Van Taster. Brooke is majoring in accounting. She was an honorable mention All-ENAC team selection in 2016. Brooke compiled 5 goals and 5 assists in 69 career games. 2 of her goals were game-winning strikes. Joining Brooke today are her parents Scott and Nicole, her sister Jane, and her grandpa Jim. Congratulations, Brooke Lancaster, on an outstanding career. Our third senior is forward Michaela Murray. Michaela is majoring in integrated studies. She registered 2 goals and 2 assists this season to increase her career total to 7 goals and 7 assists. Michaela netted a game-winning goal in the home victory over Western Oregon on October 13th. Accompanying Michaela today are her parents, Jim and Michelle, along with her sister Kirsten and her grandparents Jay and Irene. Congrats, Michaela Murray, on your outstanding career at SPU. Our fourth senior today is forward Casey Reed. A 4-year veteran from South Valley, California, Casey is majoring in exercise science. 5 of Casey's 17 career goals were scored this season, including Thursday's golden goal in a 3-2 win at Simon Fraser. She was a first-team All-ENAC team selection last year, as well as a second-team All-West Region honoree. Joining Casey today is her mother, Karen, her dad, Kevin, and his girlfriend, Cynthia, her sister, Colby, her brother, Aaron, and his girlfriend, Lola, and her niece, Emma. Congrats to Casey Reed on your outstanding career at SPU. Our 15-year goalkeeper, Abby Smith. She recorded 2 clean sheets this season and has been involved in 5 shutouts during her career. Abby surrendered just 1 goal in 207 minutes between the posts this year. The Falcons post a perfect 4-0 career mark in games she was the goalkeeper of record. Accompanying Abby today are her parents, Brad and JD, along with her sisters Allie and Annie. Congratulations, Abby Smith, on an outstanding career at SPU. Our 6th senior is midfielder, Sydney Smith. A 4-year veteran from Vancouver, Washington, Sydney is majoring in nursing. Sydney leads the team and is tied for 3rd among ENAC players with 6 assists. Half of those assists to teammates for game-winning goals this year. For her career, she has 2 goals and 8 assists. Joining Sydney today are her parents, Kevin and Stephanie, along with her sisters, Paige and Reagan, her grandparents, Jack and Julie, and grandparents, Calvin and Jen. Congratulations, Sydney Smith, on an outstanding career here at SPU. Senior midfielder, Michaela Thompson. Before you go anywhere from Homer, Washington, Michaela is majoring in business administration. Early goals by Michaela have sparked SPU victories this season. She scored 2 minutes and 51 seconds in the win at San Francisco State, and added the game-winning goal in the 18th minute of a win at Central Washington. Michaela has 4 career goals and 2 assists. Accompanying Michaela today are her parents, Jim and Debbie. Congratulations, Michaela Thompson, on an outstanding career at SPU. Well, our 8th senior today is defender Caitlin Willis. The anchor of the Falcons defense the last 4 seasons, Caitlin helped the team record 28 shutouts in that span. She was a second-team All-G19 selection last year, as well as a third-team All-West region honoree. Michaela pushed forward too, to compile 3 career goals and 6 assists. Joining Caitlin today are her parents Scott and Lori, her brothers Austin and Keegan, and her grandma Marcia. Congrats, Caitlin Willis, on your outstanding career at SPU. Our final senior this afternoon is midfielder Emma Young. Emma will play her 35th career game today. She starred in the last SPU home game with a goal and assist in the win over Western Oregon on October 13th. Emma added 2 career goals and distributed 2 assists. Emma is accompanied today by her parents, Kalei and Paula. Congratulations, Emma Young, on an outstanding career at SPU. And please join me one last time in recognizing these 9 outstanding senior Falcons. Thanks for the memories. Join us here. Look, let's answer. To the women's soccer seniors of the fall of 2018. Thanks for everything you've done for SPU soccer.
Good afternoon and welcome to Interbase Stadium here in Seattle, Washington on a beautiful, cloudless, and very bizarre late October afternoon where today SPU Falcons women's soccer takes on MSU Billings, the Yellow Jackets, making the trip over to Washington State. Falcons coming in tonight's contest 10-4-1, 6-3 in conference play. They can clinch a playoff spot here on Senior Day with a win against the bottom of the conference, MSU Billings Yellow Jackets, who are 4-9-1, 1-8 overall in GNAC play. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Yellow Jackets, in goals, Lily Delgadillo. Listed defenders, Kaylin Sando, Hallie Verveer, Courtney Shovlin, Amanda Hemmen, and Theodora Jaltadottir. The midfielders, Claire Tevesu and Haley Gunter, and the listed forwards, Julia Keller, Jordan Devoto, and Cassidy Odell. For the Falcons, Megan Nielsen and Asia Cayetano, the only non-seniors listed in RB Busey's starting 11. The rest are goalkeeper Abby Smith, Caitlin Willis, Julia DeVere, Sydney Smith, Emma Young, Michaela Murray, Michaela Sonstally, Casey Reeve, and Brooke Lancaster. 9 seniors in the starting 11. They were honored before the match and earlier on the web stream that you watched. And a pretty impressive run for this group of SPU seniors. A 45-21-7 record in the last 4 seasons, including a 21-6-4 mark in home matches here at Interbase Stadium. It has been an outright fortress for the Falcons, and now for these 9 seniors, one last chance to say goodbye to the turf that they've called home. Your referee is Cephas Kortzen, assistant referees Charles Woolley and Ian Fry. Falcons in all white will move from left to right on your screen here in the first half. The Yellow Jackets in blue from head to toe, heading back the other way. Whistle goes. We're underway here at Interbase Stadium. 90 minutes of GNAC action. Falcons faced a tough test on the road back on Thursday night at Simon Fraser. Match finished 2-2 through 90 minutes until Casey Reeve, the senior, had a chance to punch in another goal, making it 7 on the year for her. And the game winner in the 93rd minute. Cayetano goes square to Willis. Julia DeVere has that ball rolling to touch with her. Well, this is a series that has traditionally favored SPU. 20 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws all time against Montana State Billings. The Yellow Jackets have not won this contest since 2014. Ball over the top was looking for Odell. DeVere back to Abby Smith. Smith getting her 4th start of the year. SPU's a perfect 4-0 in career matches of Abby Smith, where she's the keeper of record. Ball in here to Lancaster. And Megan Nielsen wins the throw-in out wide. Lancaster floating this ball in, looking for Casey Reeve. Emma Young trying to get it back off Lancaster. Verveer goes out wide. And a flag up for offside on Julia Keller. Shovlin. Wide for Jaltadottir. Left back from Reykjavik. And here's DeVere moving down the near sideline. Cuts it in for Sonsley. Sonsley further afield and a diving stop from Delgadillo. Risky pass there from Sydney Smith. Pays off for DeVere. She'll go ahead for Casey Reeve. The flag staying down. Reeve going for the cutback cross. Jaltadottir lays that toward the byline. It runs out for a corner.
SPU corner kick to be taken by Sydney Smith.
Smith keeps it short on the ground. Laid back, nobody on the end of it. Nielsen arrives at that ball, and the deflection bounces through Delgadillo, tracks it, and it runs out for a goal kick. Head coach R.B. Busey for the Falcons obviously has a lot of faith in his group of 9 seniors here. All of them have played significant minutes for the team this season. And of course, always a little bit special for Busey as well. This, now his 4th year as the head coach of the SPU program, his 12th overall. But 4 years in, that first crop of freshmen that you get, and you take over a program, it's always a little bit emotional today. Falcons win the ball at midfield. Emma Young coming over for Smith. She pushes it further for DeVere. And DeVere ahead to Sonstally. Back wide for DeVere. Space perhaps for a cross. Ball sailing in. Reeve got a foot to it and floats that one into the parking lot. Sonsley finds DeVere. Up to Reeve, laid off beautifully for Sonsley. Move still developing here. Sonsley ahead to Murray. Reeve trying to punch it through. That one comes off Reed as a deflection. And we'll go out for a deep Yellow Jackets throw-in. Turned by Cassidy Odell. Smith goes ahead to Reeve. Sonsley calling for the ball at back post is Murray. She chases it, and it's wide of the net. Service a little overhead for Michaela Murray.
Go, Blue, come on now.
Emma Young. Murray going wide. Ball back in toward Reeve. And she'll have a lot to contest with against Jalta Dottir. Thrown in for Sonsley. Space for Reeve. Reeve is wide now. Reeve going to the near post. Delgadillo goes to ground, but the effort's wide. Here's Caitlin Willis. She'll try the ball over the top. Reeve giving chase. Jalta Dottir knocks it away from her. Amanda Hemmen. Yellow Jackets played tightly in their own end. Sydney Smith has it. Goes over to Brooke Lancaster. Now Murray. She was looking for Reeve. And it's knocked off the goal line and out for a throw-in. Lancaster, square to Sonsley. She lets it run by her. Julia DeVere gets there, but right at the same time as Tevesu. And now it's out for a goal kick. Willis trying to knock that ball down. Tevesu finds Odell. And the square ball now to Heller. Reeve giving chase once more. Degladio considers coming out of her line. Gets there just as Reeve does. And that sails out, and it will be a Yellow Jackets throw-in. Another dangerous-looking through ball. Casey Reeve has been stretching the Yellow Jackets back line so far in the first 14 minutes, but has not yet gotten the break. Lancaster immediately goes for the home run ball. It still might fall to Reeve. Cleared away that time by Shovlin. DeVere going wide for Sonstely. Sonstely jumps over a challenge. Space for a cross at the back post. There's a man. It's Lancaster. Lancaster redirects it across the face of goal. Blocked by a defender. Going ahead now to Keller. Squared up with by Cayetano. Cayetano has the ball off her. Cayetano up to Murray. Reeve. And Reeve dispossessed by the retreating Haley Gunter. Ball pushed further along for Megan Nielsen. Nielsen with a nice move. Creates a bit of space. Header for Sonstely and a goal! Michaela Sonstely on service from Megan Nielsen. It's the 17th minute and the Falcons climb on top. Now the senior on senior day does not disappoint. A lot of credit for that goal due on a beautiful move by Megan Nielsen out on the left wing to create some space. And it just was a cross that looked like trouble all the way in. Sonsley wide open in the penalty area. And it's 1-0. Third goal of the year for Michaela Sonsley. Her 5th career goal. Odell trying to make something happen for the Yellow Jackets. Odell with space there. Her shot's blocked by Willis. Drops right back to Odell. She'll go again. Willis standing up big. Sonsley's ball intercepted there. Looking to link up quickly with Odell. And the pass overhead by Tevesu. We'll see our first substitution of the match here in the 18th minute. Josie Corbin checks in for Hallie Verveer. Here comes Hemmen. Sydney Smith. In 4 years of Sydney Smith causing nightmares for opposing midfields. Continues to do so there. Switch now for DeVere. Sansley has the ball out wide. Jaltadottir defending. Sansley steps topside. It's a left-footed cross. Low ball in. Oh, what a turn. Michaela Muri almost tucked that one to the near post. Beautiful first touch shot, but it's wide. Willis under pressure. Clears out toward Reeve. Tevesu. Jaltadottir. And the ball over comes back to Cayetano. DeVere out toward Muri. Muri lays it off for Sansley. Shovlin intercepts. Now it's Hemmen trying to lead the counterattack. Hemmen in against Sansley. And Sansley wins a free kick. Shovlin has it at midfield. Hard in, trying to recover a lost ball. Lancaster comes away with it. She goes ahead for Casey Reeve. Reeve, a defender at her shoulder. Difficulty turning there. And the Falcons have it once more. Awkwardly left in space that time. Picked up by Odell. DeVere down line toward Muri. Shovlin gets there first. Sonsley turns, surveys. Tripped up there, and the referee is pointing to the spot. A penalty given. Well, it's a good call by Cephas Courts on the referee. Sonsley, right on the edge of the penalty area, had just crossed over and was tripped up. So now in the 23rd, a chance. Caitlin Willis to take the kick. She'll go against Delgadillo. Willis goes to the left side and buries it. And it's 2-0 just like that.
Go, Caleb! Woo!
Well, Falcons doubling their advantage there.
Scored by Caitlin Willis. Her second of the year, scored on a penalty kick. It's Falcons 2, the Yellow Jackets nothing.
So the senior center back adding to her tally for the year. 5th career goal at the collegiate level. Now a free kick for MSU. Lancaster as it goes into space. Picked up by Claire Nieder, who checked in on that last goal. Nieder, a sophomore out of Spokane, Washington.
Number 11, Claire Nieder.
Nieder stepped on to replace Emma Young.
And for the Yellow Jackets, 15, Aaron Reynolds.
Willis going ahead for Sonsley, who's onside here. Sonsley to the byline in a wide position. Draws Shovlin, drops it back. DeVere, first time cross for her. Spinning to the back post. It's a floated header. Oh! It's flagged for offside. A lovely looping header from Casey Reeve. Popped right over the top, and you could see the panic in Delgadillo as she tried to recover to the back post. Casey Reeve just inches away from making it 3-0. Still the Falcons very much on the front foot here. Reeve has that ball back. And Nielsen mishits a pass. That one will roll just north of the corner flag, out for a throw-in. Can't get any closer than that.
Those in for SPU. Number 3, Sierra Smith, and 13, Sophia Chilton.
Well, see, so Sierra Smith and Sophia Chilzik, the team's leading scorer with 7 goals, check in. And as I say that, 2 more SPU subs starting to make their way to the scorer's table. Reeve going ahead to Smith. Nieder trying to poke that ball through. Gunter. Now Willis. Now Odell. Chopped to the near side. And it's held in play by Aaron Reynolds. It's well done. Reynolds is stopped on for Jaltadot here. Head coach Stephen Cavallo for the Yellow Jackets trying to find some answer for this dynamic attack up the right side. For SPU as Ava Giovanola steps in. And McKenna Ritz as well. Jovanola up the far side. Her ball forward toward Chilzik. Rolls out of play. Lexi Bloider, the first year from Billings, comes into the game. She'll patrol on the left side. Amanda Grimshaw manages to push the ball forward. Nieder. Kenna Ritz wins it back for SPU. Sonsley making the run. Ball comes square to the Veer. It's left in space. It's picked away. Bloider. Now for Shovlin. Sonsley is fouled there. Free kick given. Willis restarts with a big kick. Sierra Smith was waiting for the ball to come to her. Lost out to the player that attacked the ball. Sonsley turns. Tevesu. Gunter. And Shovlin knocks it away. Sydney Smith tripped up there by Tevesu. Laid off to Ritz. Nieder lays it off for Ritz. Ritz on the ball. Cuts in the square cross, and that one's stopped by Delgadillo right on the line. Looked to be Sophia Chilzik that got on the end of that ball. Well, we played a half hour here at Interbay Stadium. Falcons in full control, up 2-0. Odell looking to change that, though. Shot is blocked. Gone for a corner. Subs now for both teams. Taylor Mankins steps on now, the first year from Beaverton, Oregon. Nancy Meyer on for the Yellow Jackets. Headed toward goal. First work of the day for Abby Smith. Makes the save. Chilzik. Back for Ritz. And they'll reset to Smith. Searching through ball there toward Chilzik. Free kick given behind the run of play. Sierra Smith. Sonstally. And now a turnover. Grimshaw can't stay on it. Hard hit ball to the near side. Over hit for Julia DeVere. Shovlin was looking for Lindsay Meyer. Shovlin, pass Sonsley now. Shovlin pushing forward for Meyer. And Smith off her line, picks it up. McKenna Ritz pushing it forward for Chilzik. Chilzik. Space for a cutback cross. Delgadillo goes for the ball. And Bloiter escorts it to the far touchline.
Coming in for SPU, number 16, Abby Anderson. Running over 18, Mason Minder.
Abby Anderson and Mason Minder checking in now. Sierra Smith wins a corner. Second of the match for the Falcons.
Falcons corner kick to be taken by Ava Giovanola.
This ball will come from Giovanola. Well weighted. Well, that's all you can do with the corner. Just put it into the danger zone right there at the back post. Works out for SPU. They'll take another from the other side of the field.
Once again, Falcon corner to be taken by Ava Giovanola. In for the Falcons, 12, Abby Despain, and 19, Mariah Alexander.
Abby Despain and Mariah Alexander checking in now with about 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Giovanola. Oh, lovely ball at the back post. Wonderful save by Delgadillo. Flash in the glove that time against Sophia Chilzik. Chilzik had acres of space there. Had to take it on the first touch.
Ava Giovanola.
Giovanola lays it down line. Met at the back post. Delgadillo collapses, and the ball rolls wide of it. 36th minute. It remains 2-0. Menkins. Mason Minder. Sierra Smith. Pushing that ball in for Ritz. Minder back for Despain. Well, you have to look at the lineup right now. About 8 minutes to play. SPU has pulled, as near as I can tell, all of its seniors off the field apart from Abby Smith. And you wonder perhaps if RB Busey is going to give his 9 seniors the nod to try to go the full 45 here in the second half. Chilzik heads that on for Sierra Smith. Smith one-on-one with Delgadillo. Delgadillo parries. Falls for Nieder. Nieder trying to turn to get another shot off. She's tied up by 3 defenders and has it knocked away. Throw in quickly taken. Sierra Smith. Lots of time. Smith lays off inside towards Smith. Too many Smiths out there. Sierra Smith chops one across the face of goal. Chilzik there at the back post. Can't convert. Mankins. Chilzik. Still Chilzik. And Chilzik lifts that over the crossbar. Nieder. Wide now for Ritz. Ritz. And Delgadillo snatches that on the line. Nieder going ahead towards Smith. Falls for Abby Anderson. Chilzik. Chilzik on her left foot. That one might have come off a hand, but it was definitely ball to hand. Sierra Smith. Some space here. Has it poked away, and Tevasu the partial clearance. As far as Minder. Tevasu jumps the route. Went down in the process, but the referee is playing advantage. Loiter dances past a couple defenders. Tevasu swings to the far side of the field. Aaron Reynolds. Going wide, drawing the corner. Tevasu. Emphatic header clearance from Abby Despain. Anderson, Nieder, the return ball. Sarah Smith drifted in the middle. Ritz pops that ball over the top. She's got the outside track and has fouled Kaylin Sando in attempting to get back to the ball. 3:40 to play. SPU leads 2-0 here in the first half. Loiter tried to pull that ball back. Lost it over the touchline. Mankins under a bit of trouble there. Courtesy of a challenge from Gunter. SPU slips the net. Bender. Wide now to Anderson. Nieder. Tevesu only as far as Mankins. Poke down for Sierra Smith. Smith trying to cut back to her left. Everyone trying to get on the other ball. It's Nieder now. Now Anderson. Anderson can't get the through ball to go. Anderson. Square to Mankins. Under a minute to play. Ahead now for Chilzik. Chilzik creates space for herself on the cross. Nieder settles underneath that ball and can't redirect it on goal. Well, another chance for SPU to try to make it 3-0. Another strong move from the left side. Claire Nieder, again going for the volley, just couldn't put it on frame. Delgadillo chops it to the near side. The countdown is on. One more attempt to go over the top.
3, 2, 1.
And we've hit halftime at Interbay Stadium. Falcons leading MSU Billings 2-0. Before we take a break, let's take a look at some other SPU sports news. Volleyball team lost in 5 sets earlier today at Montana State Billings. The SPU Spikers return home to host Central Washington on Thursday at 7 o'clock in Brome Pavilion. SPU men's and women's cross-country teams raced this morning at the Western Washington Classic in Bellingham. Falcons women placed 3rd behind the 6th place finish of Kaylee Mitchell, and the men were 7th, led by Colin Butin in 38th. Stick around after this game for the nightcap of our doubleheader. SPU men clash with also the MSU Billings Yellow Jackets at 7 o'clock. Falcons fought and lost a hard 1-0 match against Concordia here on Thursday. Men seek to get back on track tonight against the Yellow Jackets. SPU women won 3-2 at Simon Fraser on Thursday by a golden goal thanks to Casey Reeve in the 3rd minute of overtime. Falcons close out their home schedule on Tuesday night against GNAC rival Central Washington. Come back to Interbay Stadium for some midweek action and to watch the Falcons one final time. Again, Falcons lead 2-0 at the break. We'll take a break and return with a second half. We are back at Interbay Stadium, moments away from the kickoff of the second half. The Falcons lead 2-0 on the back of goals from seniors Michaela Sonsley and Caitlin Willis in the 17th and 23rd minute back in that first half. And truly, on Senior Day, it has been a show run by the upperclassmen. Starters appear to have returned to the field for SPU. And we wait now for the restart of play with Cassidy Odell and referee Cephas Kortson. And play resumes. That pass left in space. Here's Michaela Murray. Murray a touch. She's by the goalkeeper, and the touch too large from Murray. Well, the Yellow Jackets avert catastrophe in the opening seconds of the second half. DeVere up the far side. Sliding in on that ball, and it's knocked away. Sonsley floats another ball. Reeve toward goal. Delgadillo. Another diving stop. Acrobatic display from Casey Reeve to put that shot on target. Delgadillo coming up big at the far post. Caitlin Willis baits her to defender there. Brooke Lancaster ahead for Reeve. Lancaster has Sonsley as a square ball option. Calls her own number there. Lancaster to Sonsley. Laying it off for DeVere. Left it too narrow. Willis steps in front of another pass. Finds Emma Young. Young trying to go through to Murray. Sonsley. Gunter. To the near side for Jordan Devoto. Devoto. Well, free kick given just outside the penalty area. Megan Nielsen put a shoulder into Devoto. Now we'll see what MSU Billings can make of this free kick. Odell chips that one in, and the resulting shot well wide. Lancaster has it at midfield for SPU. Goes out wide for Nielsen. And the clearance played off Brooke Lancaster for a goal kick. Asia Cayetano. Loose in front of goal. Delgadillo gets it on the bounce. Lancaster loses out to Keller. Odell. Devoto. Emma Young, Muri. Devoto has it back. Well, Devoto looking for the contact there. Does enough to draw the foul. Emma Young subbed from the match. Claire Nieder back on for the Falcons. Lancaster square for Sonsley. Sonsley up now to Reeve. Reeve runs over that ball. Cross back across the face of goal. Right by Delgadillo. The flag's gone up for offside. Another golden opportunity for SPU comes to naught. Floated cross here. Murray! Oh, what a finish! And Michaela Murray polishing off that header. Perfectly placed to the right post. And the 56th minute, it's 3-0. Mark, that is the third senior to score today. Play resumes at Interbay Stadium. Mary bags her third goal of the year, 8th career collegiate goal.
At 55-29, Falcon goal scored by Michaela Murray. Her third of the year, and this going to the Falcons' Julia DeVere. SPU Billings, nothing. Second for MSU, number 7, Claire Hevesy.
Gunter has that ball back. Attempted ball over the top is looking at Keller.
Second for the Yellow Jackets, number 23, Theodora Shaltadotier.
Theodora Shaltadotier back in. And a free kick given to the Yellow Jackets as we hit the hour mark here at Interbay Stadium. SPU leading 3-0. This is now the 5th match of the season. The Falcons have scored 3 goals or more in a contest. Claire Tevesu to send the free kick. Floated in, Abby Smith off her line and grabs that with little trouble. Brooke Lancaster gets that ball by her defender. Lancaster against Shovlin. Ahead for Muri. Muri chasing this ball to the byline. Doesn't get there in time. Out for a goal kick. Coach Arby Busey putting in more of his normal starters. Nieder going ahead here. Sierra Smith offside. Shot off target, but it wouldn't have mattered. Falcons moving it around their own end. Yellow Jackets trying to get the pressure on. Soccer so often described as a race to 3. Yellow Jackets deep in a hole, but 27 minutes, plenty of time to make something happen if they can start to generate some offense. Cayetano looking at Chilzik. Early cross, Delgadillo catches it at the near post. Subs now for both teams.
Back in for the Falcons, number 20, Taylor Mankins, and number 26, Ava Giovanola.
Mankins and Ava Giovanola.
Number 6, Lexi Loiter.
Lexi Bloider back on as well. for Montana State Billings. Tevasu looking for Bloider. McKenna Ritz. Here's Sierra Smith. Wide for Giovanola. Header at the back post, and flashing wide. As Claire Nieder got to that ball and could not put it on target. 3 more subs now for SPU. Once again, starting to look more and more like a completely changed squad from the group that started the half for SPU, who lead 3-0 here in the 67th minute. Ritz takes away that ball. Giovanola over the top toward Chilzik. Chilzik racing to this ball, as is Delgadillo. Delgadillo gets there first. Ball ahead now to Chilzik. '71st minute. SPU in pretty much full control here at Interbay Stadium. Ball pushed out wide. Here's Sierra Smith. She wants her left. Cuts back now. Delgadillo charges and blocks that shot. Loiter. Can't get her ball beyond Jovanola. Near side now for Jovanola. Grimshaw moving down the left wing. Keller. And Bloiter has it poked away. Sierra Smith retreating to the ball, wins it back for the Falcons. Yellow Jackets have it here. They're trying to press forward. And just Montana State Billings has been frustrated at every turn. Julia Keller turning back to look at the referee there, hoping for a foul. Did seem to be some contact, but the referee judged it to be shoulder to shoulder. Now a ball over the top for McKenna Ritz. Ritz. Back post, Sierra Smith. Ooh, managed to put that on frame on an unconventional redirect. Delgadillo happy to have that be the shot she faced. It looped right to her. '75th minute, through ball looking for Chilzik. Reeve, Nieder. She tried the hard square ball there, that time to Abby Anderson. And the goal kick brings 2 more substitutes.
Yellow Jacket substitutes, number 14, Haley Gunter. Number 17, Jordan Devoto. And number 21, Ashley
Jordan Devoto and Haley Gunter back on for the Yellow Jackets. Giovanola. Now Ritz. Early cross from Ritz into the head of Sophia Chilzik. Still falls for Anderson, who's chipped the keeper and scored! Abby Anderson, the first year from Longview, Washington, gets on the board here in the 76th minute, and it's 4-0. And that, the first career goal for Abby Anderson, as the first year looks at her senior teammates and gets congratulated by everyone on the field. We'll be hoping it is the first of many. Minder up wide to Chilzik.
At 75-44, Falcon goal, scored by Abby Anderson. Her first of the year. Assist on McKenna Ritz. SPU 4 and MSU Billings nothing.
Sierra Smith drifting here. Smith to her left foot, toe poke toward goal, and Delgadillo equal to the task.
Sierra Smith saves Lily Elgadillo.
Thrown into Nieder. Nieder, a chop to the byline. Cut back cross. Chilzik met it in the middle. Well, she thought she'd won a corner. Gone out for a goal kick.
Coming in for Billings, 15, Aaron Reynolds. And 18, Amanda Hammond.
Clearance only gets as far as Nieder, who goes straight for goal and can't put it on frame. That one skips wide of the left post. Chilzik. Square now for Giovanola. Jaltadottir putting in some hard work. And Ritz has fouled Keller. Well, a big crowd massing at the scorer's table, all wearing white. RB Busey looks set to reintroduce his starters, see out the final 10 minutes of this contest as soon as he has an opportunity to do so. Keller working on the sideline, going ahead to Odell. Odell to her left foot, sends in a cross. It's pushed to the far side. Tevesu gets a hold of the ball. Still controlled by Keller. Jaltadottir. Odell. Odell goes for goal, and that one will sail over the crossbar. And with it comes the horn. This is an old-fashioned hockey line change. Everybody in, everybody out. Crowd clapping its approval as SPU starters, who scored 3 goals today, check back in with 8:37 to play. Falcons leading 4-0. Julia DeVere going down line. Now across into the middle. Delgadillo catches it on her goal line. Megan Dielson won that ball off Devoto. Concedes the throw. Odell can't turn past Lancaster. Sydney Smith. Emma Young. And the Falcons win it away once more. Well, it's not just that SPU has had the opportunity to rest these players in the second half. The scoreline with this sort of differential just really can lift up a series of players and help them play on fresh legs. And SPU has been dominant today. 23 shots against 5 taken by Montana State Billings. Falcons have it back at midfield. Willis. Gunter gets the turnover, goes for Tevesu. Smash downfield by DeVere. .85 minutes played. Falcons leading 4-0. Now looking to see out the last 5 minutes of senior day. Murray holds that ball in. It's a low cross looking for Reeve. It still falls for Sonstly though. Ball toward Lancaster. She blocks the attempted clearance. Blocks a second and draws a free kick outside the penalty area. Now Lancaster really went for that ball. Talk about selling out your body. And thankfully appears to be up with little ill effect. Sydney Smith looks set to take this. 4 in the wall for Montana State Billings. Smith restarts short. Goes for DeVere, who goes for goal. Delgadillo is there. It's a well-worked set piece. But in the end, Delgadillo equal to the task. Sonstly. DeVere. Her cross is blocked, comes back off her head, and she drops immediately. And referee Cephas Courtson wasting no time in calling for the trainers. Well, she's back to her feet before the trainers came on the field. But she'll still step over to the sideline. Just one of those freak deflections. Clock is stopped with 2:06 to play. And restarts on the drop ball. SPU playing it back to Delgadillo. DeVere sent back to the sideline. Referee has stopped the clock here. And now we'll have play resume. And now DeVere waved back into the fold. And perfectly in position to pick up that pass. Going ahead for Murray. And Murray committing a foul. Referee quick on the whistle. One of those points now with just a minute and a half left. Just want to make sure that the coolest heads possible prevail. as there's little doubt about the result. SPU leading 4-0 as Delgadillo sends that free kick downfield. And once again, free kick for Seattle Pacific University. Sydney Smith will have a chance to restart play here. Lining up as though they'll take this kick for a corner, but with 40 seconds to play, might be better served just tapping it and playing the possession game. Smith pushing for more. Delgadillo grabs that out of the air. 33 seconds to go. Delgadillo's clearance symbolizing some of the fatigue. She's had a lot to do today. 7 saves to her name. 24 shots in total taken by SPU. And the countdown is on here at Interbay Stadium. Sonsley picks it up. And in the dying seconds sends one toward goal. Delgadillo grabs it, so that'll be save number 8 for her before the clock expires. But SPU pulls off the big win at home, 4-0 against Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets. SPU improves to 11-4-1, 7-3 in conference play, and locks up a spot in the GMAC playoffs. MSU falling to 4-10-1, 1-9 in conference play. It's the 7th clean sheet of the year for the Falcons as they blank the Yellow Jackets, and the 3rd of the year for Abby Smith. Her 3rd career shutout as well. Well, the men will be here at MSU Billings at 7 o'clock tonight. We will have that game for you. The women will have one final home game on Tuesday, October 23rd against Central Washington, also scheduled for a 7 p.m. match. So we do hope you'll join us for the men's match, and we hope to see you for that women's game. I'm Andrew Harvey saying so long, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.